Good afternoon and welcome to the Keswick Ripple podcast. My name is Jim Lang. I'm the Director of Guest Services here at America's Keswick. And each week we want to bring you a testimony that we hope encourages your heart and life. One of the most dynamic parts of our ministry is that when a man or woman comes into one of our programs and is radically changed by the gospel of Jesus Christ, they are then sent out and God uses them in their churches, their families, and their communities. And so today I want to introduce you to Paul. Paul is a graduate of the Colony of Mercy. And Paul, when did you graduate the Colony?
Well, I graduated the Colony in 08. I came in 07 in October. It's kind of funny, it was the Super Bowl Sunday in 08 when the Giants beat the Patriots. That's how I remember.
All right, well, why don't you tell us a little bit about what brought you to the Colony?
Well, what brought me to the Colony is I had my addiction of porn all my life, and I was struggling big time, and I needed a place to get help. So I came here to get help. So before that, we came here vacation in 2000. So I knew a lot of people, and God directed me here.
Okay, so you knew about the program because you were a guest coming here for a couple of years, and so what kind of finally made you say, okay, I need to get some help?
Of course, I was putting in my my addictions, and this one church could really help me, so I need really help, and I didn't want to keep going around the cycle since it goes away, but I hope it goes away, but it didn't. So I talked to my wife, and she agreed I did help, and I glad this place, and it did help, and it's a great place.
And so, during your time here, God does an amazing work in the life of a man here. What are some of the main things that He taught you while you were here?
Well, the main thing it taught me here is just to be honest and open and listen to God. And I remember my chaplain, Jim, he's just be direct, open with him. And that's the main thing I learned, just to be a team player with other people, just to listen.
And so one of the things about addiction is that it really puts a strain on relationships. And so during your time here and as you grew in the Lord, how did God help you kind of mend those relationships back together?
Well, I think too, my wife had a missionary letter, so she had support back home. And I didn't have to really worry about back home. So I think God took care of that. And I just trusted in the Lord and had faith. God really look over me and protect my family back home too. And
so you and your wife Nancy are still regular guests. We see you a couple times throughout the year. Right now it's the couples conference, and they're here for that. And usually you come to one of the summer weeks with your family. And so how does visiting Keswick on a regular basis help you in your life and in your marriage?
I think too, one is it keeps me in check, and it just keeps me where I've been. I can talk to other people, and it's just what they've been through, and I've been through a lot, and I think God's just helped me just to be honest and just share them or just get some input, and it does helps.
Yeah. And so addiction to pornography is one of those addictions that people keep to themselves. It's not something that they share. And so there's probably someone watching today who's living in this sin secretly and wanting to get out. What would you say to them today?
I'm saying to you, you're not alone. I'm not alone either, but we all have the same problem. I think you got to come and let God work in your heart, and I think God has to minister to you. I think He's got to be honest and be willing to help. And I think too, you got to listen to God. I think God really has to really do the work. I mean, coming here, it is a big step, I think, too.
Awesome. Well, Paul, thank you for sharing a little bit of your story. We hope that Paul's testimony was an encouragement to your heart and life. We encourage you to like it, to share it on Facebook, and we will see you next week. Have a great day.